It's Cinema Lovers Incorporated, back at you again with a brand new video. Let's just jump right into it. Today I am talking about the top 8 Walking Dead seasons. Now this is my personal opinion of these seasons. Don't comment down below in the comment section ranting about it. Don't cuss me out. This is my personal opinion and I respect your opinion. You should respect mine. So let's get into the video. Let's talk about the top 8 Walking Dead seasons. Number 1 has to be The Walking Dead Season 1. This season was showrun by Frank Darabont. It premiered on Halloween night back in 2010. This show was a massive hit back in season 1. People never saw anything like this on television. We had amazing actors like Andrew Lincoln, John Bernthal, all these classic actors, and it was something we've never seen before. I really enjoyed the action, the drama, and it felt like a horror show. It felt reality. It felt like it was grounded. Yeah, there were zombies, but it felt like it was in our own reality, and the characters, you really cared about them, and I think it was because of Frank Darabont's masterful show running. You know, he was good at it. He was good at what he was trying to do, and he accomplished it. This season was really, really awesome. I love the gore. Now the blood effects are outdated compared to nowadays, but it was season 1, you know. The CGI is not very good, but you know, at least it's better than that CGI deer from season 7 that we got. So season 1 was a very, very fantastic season, and it's my personal favorite season of The Walking Dead so far. I love this season. I think the action, the way the tone was, you know, given to us, the tone was just amazing. Everything was fantastic. And I enjoyed it. I really did. I don't think season 1 really had a lot of problems. I think this season was nearly flawless in my opinion. Some people hate this season because of the fast zombies and the smart zombies. I think it was a very, very cool, unique idea, and I wish they didn't abandon that idea later on in seasons. So my second favorite season has to be season 2. Now a lot of people hate season 2 because it's on the farm a lot. Well, they still had the good writing from season 1, but it just didn't have the action from season 1. Now we got granted, we did get some action scenes in season 2, but it was slower. It was a slower pace, and we really had to care more about the characters. Frank Darabont left after the first half of season 2. He left the show, and the showrunner was replaced by Glenn Mazzara. The second half may be a little bit too fast-paced, in my opinion, because they kill a lot of characters off, but I think season 2 is really fun. It's not about the action in this season. These characters go through so much in this season. This season is about development. And Rick, from the premiere to the finale, he's basically a completely different character. I think season 2 is one of the most important seasons of the show. When Sophia dies, everyone breaks. Every single person loses a little bit of their humanity from inside of them when Sophia dies. And I think that is a big point in the show. I think season 2 is fantastic. I love Herschel and Herschel's family, all of that. It's really, really fun television entertainment, and I thought season 2 was great. Now it did have a couple flaws because of interference, because of Darabont leaving. Shane and Andrea were having a little bit of a romance in the first half, and then it never comes back again. I think some other stuff is a little bit silly. For example, episode 4, a lot of people don't like episode 4, and I hate that part in Chupacabra where Shane's running and he has his shirt half off. It's just silly, and you know, it's not completely flawless. I don't like what they kind of did with Andrea, making her a horrible shooter, when in season 1 she didn't really have a problem. She never really had a problem with shooting. She shot her sister Andrea with a pistol, so I don't know why they had to bring that back. But I think it was a solid season. I think the season was really, really good. You can really tell the quality sort of dropped, but it still kept that quality from season 1. I think season 2 is fantastic. Not as good as season 1, but I think season 2 is still fun. Let's get into number 3. And of course, it is season 3 of The Walking Dead. I think season 3 of The Walking Dead does have many, many flaws. I think it's very disappointing because we did not get a battle in the finale. I think some of the characters' choices, the development, are really, really rushed and poorly edited, poorly executed. I think some of the stuff doesn't make sense. Just bringing the prisoners in and then murdering them a couple episodes later. There's very, very poor choices that they make in this season. I think Glenn Mazzara chose too much action over too much development. I think we needed more development with these characters, and it was just too much action, killing people off left and right. Even though the writing and the choices made by the producers and directors are not the best, I do think this is a fun season. We have the governor played by David Morrissey. This guy is fantastic. I'm sorry it's raining outside. I enjoy the action in this season. I think the action is the fastest we've ever seen in The Walking Dead. This is like some really fast-paced action, and I enjoyed it for what it was. I think season 3 is fun just to watch and have a fun time with your friends. It's nowhere near as good as season 1 and 2, but it is faster paced than season 2, and it is fun. I think it's a fun popcorn season just to watch with your friends. It's totally stupid sometimes. I don't think the character choices are right all the time, and I think this is where the show really started going downhill with writing, but I think the action was still fun, and season 3 is the last good season that I enjoyed for The Walking Dead. So let's get into number 4, and that is, of course, season 4. Wow, we're actually going... Season 1 is number 1, season 2 is number 2, etc. Season 4 is the beginning of the end for The Walking Dead, in my personal opinion. I feel like when Gimple came on, the show just took a turn for the worst. The first half I thought was decent because he still had to fix all this stuff. He had stuff to work with because season 3 had the prison, and he had stuff to work with in season 4. I thought the first half was really decent. I thought Herschel was fine. I think the zombie action was fun. But looking back now, I watched it about a month ago. Really, the first 5 episodes could just be in one episode. I feel like the season is just spread out too much. I feel like we didn't really need to focus on the governor for 2 episodes. But I thought the first half was decent. I think that the battle in episode 8 was fantastic, but it was nevertheless okay. I think this is where the writing started getting really cartoony. People started speaking like aliens. That woman Rick meets in the woods in the premiere, when I remember watching that back when it came out, and I'm like, this just feels off. It doesn't feel right. And I was right, because now we have crap like this every day in The Walking Dead in season 8. So season 4, the second half is awful. I think the second half is terrible. It's just poorly paced. I think the writing just dips down in quality, and I think Gimple really didn't know what he was doing in the second half. He had nothing to work with, and I think it would have been better if the second half of season 4 was the start of season 5, because he might have had more of a chance to think of a storyline. So let's talk about number 5. Number 5, in my opinion, has to be season 6. Now, season 6 is not a good season. I think season 6 has a lot of problems with, the cliffhangers. It has, the bad writing, the cartoonish writing. I, however, did really like the zombie horde. I think the zombie herd that they had in the first half was really fantastic. The wolves were underused. I really don't like what they did with the wolves, but I really like that zombie herd, and that's what really made it cool. I remember watching season 6, and I just had a blast watching the first half and the second half. I really enjoyed the introduction of the saviors, even though it was cartoony, and season 6 overall was a fun season because of the zombie herd. That's why I like it. Everything else was mostly trash. The saviors talk like cartoon buffoons. Even though I thought it was kind of cool when they were introduced, it grew stale really quick, and they just started talking like cartoon buffoons. So season 6, I like it because of the zombie herd and No Way Out. I thought that was one of the best episodes in the Walking Dead universe. It was intense, it was fun, and it was amazing. But season 6 is a trash season. But let's get into number 6. Number 6, I have to say, is season 5 of The Walking Dead. Season 5 of The Walking Dead is sometimes good. I think I really enjoyed The Sanctuary. But they kill these guys off in episode 3. And then after that, we just have them poorly. They're just walking around at this church. It's just a very stale storyline. And then we have to see Beth, one of my least favorite characters. Beth, I hate this character. I hated her ever since she was introduced. And we have this atrocious hospital storyline. It's probably one of the worst storylines in The Walking Dead. A lot of people defend season 5 for being good. And I do not like season 5. I'm sorry. When they get introduced to Alexandria, Rick just becomes so cold, and this is really at the part where I started hating Carol. I like her again now in season 8, but back in season 5, she really started becoming this cold, evil monster. I really didn't like her character, where they were going with her character in season 5 and 6. And she just, I don't know, they wanted to kill the Alexandrians and take over Alexandria. It just didn't feel right to me. I just don't think it just felt off. I feel like none of it felt natural. And I think that's why I think season 6 is better, because everyone's already woken up. Alexandria's already woken up. You know they're going to be woken up. So season 6 I think is more fast paced, and you have the zombie, her and Alexandria's all working together. But season 5 often gets defended for being a great season when I think it is pretty bad. Season 6 was bad too. Let's just talk about that. The cliffhangers were awful. Let's move on to number 7, and number 7 has to be season 8. I think season 8 is a very bad season. The action, All Out War, was hyped up to be this big action, and season 8 was just poorly executed. They bring back Morales and kill him off. Negan always gets, he survives because of plot armor. It's just a very poor season. The action is horrible when they're firing guns over there. There's only action for like a couple episodes, and then it's really, there's no all-out war. There's cartoony storylines, these bottle episodes. It was faster paced. It was a faster pace than season 7, but still very, very poor. The gore was censored in a couple episodes. It was just a very bad season. I feel like it was not good. I think the budget was too low for All Out War. And All Out War, it felt like immature children talking on a playground, yelling at each other, "I'm gonna beat you," but then it never happens. That's kind of what season 8 is for me. And let's talk about the worst season in the Walking Dead franchise. It has to be season 7, and this is number 8. So did I say number 7 last time? I think I did. Number 8 is season 7. Season 7 is there was no, you had no really action, not a lot of action, and plus you had Gimple's horrible, buffoonish writing. So I think season 7 is the worst season of all time. You have that horrible action, the horrible deer. It just felt like it was a direct-to-TV movie. It was really poorly paced, really bad, poorly executed. So those are my top 8 Walking Dead seasons. Do you agree or do you disagree? Leave a like down. Leave a like down below. Comment down below. Subscribe. Do whatever the heck you want to do. And I have much more content coming out soon. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like, comment down below. Subscribe. Do whatever the heck you want to do. And goodbye. Bye, everyone.